Let's go to Julie, who's on the line in beautiful San Diego, California. Julie, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, Ken. How are you?
Well, Julie, I'm fantastic, and I'm looking forward to being out in your fair city at the end of this month. So I'm happy to talk with you. How can I help today?
Oh, yes. I want to transition, and I have a couple of ideas. Thank you for helping everybody, by the way, to unscramble their thoughts. That's what I think you do.
You know what?
And
that's a good description.
I have some scrambly thoughts.
All right. Let's unscramble. Tell me what we're dealing with.
So I have a couple of ideas. I want to promote Bible literacy. Okay. And I think I'm a good communicator. And I had the idea of being a Bible professor for a while. Mm-hmm. But now I was thinking, like, if I could have a Bible show on the radio.
Okay.
Either produce it or host it. But, Ken, I don't know how to go from being like an office manager to that.
Okay. Well, before we go to that path, because there is a path to all three of those, very excited to share with you the path to any of those three. However, those aren't going to necessarily provide an immediate opportunity for income at the level that you're at. So the question is, do you need that income that you have right now as an office manager?
Yes.
Okay. What is that number?
40.
Okay, $40,000. Got to have it. Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any wiggle room there? Could you be fine at 35 or 32?
Yes, I could.
All right. So we need to know that number too. Now, I'm not telling you that you're going to have to take a pay cut, but let's be realistic. It's my job to give you all of the facts. So if the number is 32, be a little tight. Not as comfortable as 40, but we can do what we need to do at 32. And so that's good to know. It might be 30. You need to know what the bottom line salary could be, okay? If you know that, then we have all the information. Now, let's promote Bible literacy. How do you get into a job making somewhere between 30 and 40 or 32 and 40 promoting Bible literacy? Well, there are nonprofit organizations that do that. So you search them out and you look and see, do they hire from around the country, or do you have to be in their location? And then you ask yourself, if that is the case, that they hire but it's only in the home office, is this a situation where I'm willing to pack up and move? Okay, so you are. Great. So now that's a part of the plan. I'm willing to go where the opportunity is. The Bible literacy role as an office manager with good communication skills, I think it is very reasonable to believe that you could work for a nonprofit that is involved with Bible literacy or spreading Bibles around the world. In fact, there's a couple that I'm thinking of right now, and their name escaped me. I know what'll happen. As soon as I'm done with you on the phone, I'll remember the names. But you can go do that search, and there are multiple nonprofits that at least get you close to that space. And so now it's just making connections there, and you have some transferable experience and skills. So that one's pretty darn easy, and you can match that income, I think, or get close to that very realistically. Now, Bible professor, that's a different ball game. There's some learning and qualifications, so you're going to have to go to school for that one and get the requisite qualifications for that. Have you done the research on that and what is going to be required?
Yeah, it would take me about 4 years.
Okay. So the question is, how much is that going to cost you financially beyond the time, and can you do that? Can you cash flow your way through that? Yes or no?
I would have to side hustle.
Okay.
Which is okay.
That's okay. Mm-hmm. Boy, I love your spirit, Julie. There's no stopping you. Now, so that becomes, all right, that's the plan. I got the plan right there. Am I willing to do that? Am I willing to go to school part-time for 4 years, side hustle my way through it in order to do that role? And then host-produced Bible show. Now, this is the one that has the, oh, by the way, let me cap this other one off. The Bible professor, at a certain school, I think you can be in that income range, no problem. So that's good. Now, the host produce a Bible show. This is the one, to be really honest with you, because I know what I'm talking about. I started a local radio show. I didn't make jack squat. Okay. And so this is going to be a labor of love. This would be local radio, and you might be able to get some sponsors. But I will tell you this, Joe and I know this well. If you're going to do a local radio show on Saturday and Sunday, it's pay to play. in just about every market in the world. They're going to want some money. So again, labor of love, you're going to have to fund this yourself or go get a sponsor that just pays for the basic cost that radio station is going to charge you to come on and do a 1-hour show. But if you can do that, I say go for it. I started out at Saturday at 2:00. How many people were listening, Joe?
I would write a show, and then I'd go to a station and say, "This is my show. Do you want it?"
Yeah, essentially, you create the show. Yeah, you basically say, "Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to interview local pastors. I'm going to try to get national guests, or I'm just going to do a Bible study." And I'm going to, you got to figure out what the show is. I don't have time to do that for you, but essentially you would listen to other Bible shows that you like and say, what would I do that's different, or what would I do that's similar? And I think producing it or hosting it, co-hosting it, maybe you help create it and you get a local pastor or another lay person in your community that's excited about doing a show that's biblically based. Dream a little bit. What show would you do? But my point is this: you're going to get it on the air, and you just play with it, and you just keep doing it. But that's a labor of love. That's not going to replace your income. So you felt like you're all over the place. I don't think you're all over the place. I think there's a clear pattern here with your love of the Bible and spreading that good news. And I think either the nonprofit in the Bible literacy or helping get Bibles around the world, something in that space, getting in proximity to a international or national nonprofit, and your willingness to move, I really think that's a good move. And then the Bible professor, that's a long haul play. But if you're willing to do what it takes, you'll get qualified, and I believe that you could get into a Bible college and teach. But I want you to do two things. I want you to do your best to talk to somebody who's in the Bible literacy world, even if it's a phone call or a Skype or a FaceTime or whatever. Tell them what you're looking to do, and you just would like to pick their brain for 15 minutes, have your pre-prepared questions on what the path looks like, what it's like day to day, all the things, finances, money, benefits, all that kind of stuff. Just get an idea of what you're looking at in that world. And then with the Bible professor, same thing. In San Diego, I'd find somebody that's teaching Bible in a university setting, and I would go sit down, coffee, lunch, same deal, and let them inform you. And then I would look at your talents and say, which of my talents best position me to promote the Bible? Because that's essentially your passion. That's what you want to do. And I think you go the direction your heart tells you to go there. But you're not scrambled. You just are in the experimenting, discovery, research stage, all kind of combined, and you need to go do some more homework. And then the heart will reveal the direction.